then. Didn't know you could do that. Hey guys, welcome back to Medieval Dynasty Season 2. This is going to be episode 20. Before we get started today, as always, I would just like to say thank you guys so much for your continued support here on the channel. It really does mean everything. If you find yourselves liking this video, you could do me a huge favor. Go ahead and hit that like button and consider subscribing as well. We also have our own Discord. Everybody is, of course, welcome to join that. The link for that is going to be in the description down below. Alrighty guys, so in the last episode, we ended up actually getting involved in a rather lengthy quest for the wife that led us to getting a new villager. Now, she ended up being really, really good. This is her right here, Georgiana. I went ahead and I put her in the new farmhouse, and you can see here, I mean, she's got 3s in everything, and then she's got a 6 in farming. Like, she's incredible. And I actually don't remember, did she have a 6? Like, because I just got her. And I just put her on the farm shed. So she must have come with a level 6. Which is incredible. Like, that's insane. It is summer. I don't think that there's anything, like, for them to do. But I went ahead and I put her on the farm shed. I can show you the farm that I'm talking about. Just in case anybody doesn't remember. Let's come over here. I know we very briefly, like, showed stuff off because... You know, I did a lot of stuff off camera, which, you know, I kind of had to do. But I'm going to come over here and I'm going to show you. I put her... Hold on there, Donkey. I still wish you could name your mounts. Like, that would be really nice. Okay, so I put her over here on this farm. This farm right here has a couple of flax fields, I do believe. Let's not get stuck on the barn again, please. There we go. Yeah, I believe these are all flax fields, so there's not going to be a whole lot they can do. I did put a goose house in. We don't have geese yet. And some orchards that, you know, obviously we don't have any seeds planted. So, she's not, like, going to be able to do anything, but I figure, you know what? This can be her farm since she's got that, you know, dream of having a farm. So, other than that, we didn't get much done in the last episode because that quest just took, like, way longer than I expected. So what we're going to do in this episode is we're going to do some of Uniegost's quest. We're going to come down here. I believe that this is going to lead us to Kestrel. But I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to come down here and talk to Uniegost. We do have an active quest for Alwyn, but unfortunately we have to wait a whole year because it says to wait for the next summer. So, yeah, we got to wait, like, a whole other year before we can talk to Alwyn again. I can't believe I didn't start Alwood's quest, but it's okay. It is what it is. Alright, let's come over here. Uniegost, I see you. Excuse me, sir. I wish it wasn't raining. Hopefully the rain is fixed, though. Like, hopefully it's not destroying my audio. Uniegost? Okay, right here. Hello, son. Hello, Uniegost. Long time no see. Long time indeed, Rasimir. How have you been? Great. I've met Walrad recently. This lady's just gonna, like... She's like, I don't know if I should be here, or maybe I should just leave. I'm glad. Seems that you're following the path of Jordan's past just like you wanted to. I do. That's why I'm here, actually. I wanted to ask you about Kestrel. Oh, so you've heard about her. Yes, Walrod mentioned her name, but nothing else. Not my story to tell, he said. Oh, boy. Uniegost? That's, really strange. Why would he say it like that? Strange indeed. I mean, she was a part of the pack, and that would be it. Your attempt at being casual seems like you're having a stroke. You're right, sorry. I just wasn't prepared for that topic. For her. You see, Kestrel was... I remember the day we met. Me, Jordan, and Sambor were coming back from one of the missions. It was a truly spectacular... Heist, ruse, battle, revolution? Failure. Long story short, we were forced to take a shortcut through the river and lost most of our equipment in the process. She's like, okay, this is stupid. Our mounts as well. After a few days of roaming the woods, we've come across a small village. We were way too exhausted to even think of trying something elegant, so we decided to just take the horses from the stable and leave some money behind. So we did just that. We started riding the horses out of the village in a hurry when we suddenly heard a loud whistle. Horses stopped in place immediately, as if they were enchanted. Jordan fell right off. Sambor was kicking the horse with all his strength, but it wouldn't even budge, and then we heard her voice. If you boys want to keep your peckers and heads attached to your bodies, you will get off my horses and start running. I looked behind me and saw the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen holding a bow with an arrow pointed right at my eye. At that moment, your uncle managed to get off the ground, pissed as heck, and started giving her a piece of his mind. So she moved her bow a little and released the arrow. She shot him? Without a blink, me and Sambor almost died from laughter. What? Why? That was the first and pretty much only person that we've met who made Jordan look like a fool, a child even. The sight of Jordan bleeding and us laughing at that must have been the strangest thing. She surely thought that we were some kind of loonies. I'm certain that she did. We ended up spending the whole day together. She tended to Jordan's wound, who didn't say a word to her this entire time, and me and Sambor were basically begging her to join us. When we explained our mission to her, which we hadn't done before to a stranger, she said yes, just like that. There wasn't even a pinch of fear in that woman, bravest soul that was ever born. Her only condition was that we take all of the horses. She didn't have any family beside those animals, and family shall never be left behind. There was 5 of them. Some might call it a coincidence, the other, destiny. The 5th was for Woolrad, correct? Indeed it was. The steed's name was Burr, which makes it totally fitting to his future owner. Burr was carrying our bags for almost a year before he got himself a rider, and those two became best friends, I'll tell you that. But getting back to Kestrel, Jordan didn't like her at first. Only time I've ever seen him insecure like that. He didn't put a spell on her with just a glance like every other woman, so he resented her for it. For a while at least, because soon everything fell into place. Sun always rises in the east and sets in the west. No way to get around that. Same thing was with Jordan. He always got what he wanted, and that was to be admired and desired. She didn't have a chance, really. They were together? Kestrel and Jordan? Well, it started as a fling, but isn't that how every love starts? Soon they became inseparable. If I didn't know Jordan so well, I'd say she changed him, but he didn't change. He couldn't. He just enjoyed this new game, a relationship. Even Sambor realized it at some point. Everyone did, except Kestrel. Jordan soon became bored with this game, like any other, so he went back to seducing and having fun with other women. But now there was another challenge for him, another thrill of keeping it a secret from Kestrel. It was painful to watch, really painful, especially when I loved them both so much. You mean love like family, right? Rasimir, I've loved Kestrel right from the moment she pointed that arrow at me. Never stopped, but I've always been shy, and living in Jordan's shadow only worsened that, so I kept it to myself. For years, until I didn't. What do you mean? We started having an affair. So you betrayed Jordan? Nothing is black and white, dear Rasimir. You certainly learn it with age. We all live in infinite shades of gray, but yes, that's undeniable. I've hated myself for it, and I hated him for hurting the love of my life, for making me lie to her and keep his dirty secrets. Well, I had one of my own. It was exhausting, to be honest, but I couldn't stop. I couldn't lose her, and she couldn't stop loving him as well. I'm not judging you, Uniegost. That sounds excruciating. That's not the end of the story. It all went downhill when she got pregnant. I couldn't eat or sleep. I started distancing myself from her. The unknown was killing me. Was Jordan the father? Did I lay with a woman carrying another man's child? Or maybe it was mine, and I wasn't going to raise it, but instead live as his uncle in a lie, like a coward. I had the darkest of thoughts running through my mind at this time. I still blame myself for it. Did I wish it to happen? Wished what? The baby was stillborn. I wanted to die with it on that day, but I felt relieved at the same time. What kind of a person feels relieved in a situation like that? When Jordan left the room, I wanted to see its eyes. I wanted to be sure, to finally know what to feel. She didn't let me. I joined Jordan in his grief. We drank and cried all night. I was pretending to just be an empathetic brother, but I was a scum with grief of his own. Uniegost, I'm so sorry. I had no idea what you've been through, what you've all been through. That child's little body was burned in the morning. I couldn't get back to being with Kestrel after that, and neither could Jordan, so she lost 3 of her men on that day, all consumed by the flames, blown away by the wind as smoke and dust. Oh, I read that in the wrong order. I'm sorry, guys. You have nothing to be sorry for, my child. I was trying to tell you that from the very beginning. Don't envy the lives we lived. We were trying to do some good, to make some change, but we weren't heroes, and we're still paying the price for it. I need to see her, Uniegost. You said that all of you ended up in the valley. I don't know where she lives. She didn't want to be found. Not by me, so I've never looked. But I'm pretty sure that Sambor knows. You can try with him. That's what I'm going to do then. Rasimir, if you see her, tell her that I... Never mind. Be well. Oh, poor Uniegost, man. That's rough. Alright, well, we have to ride all the way over to Sambor now. Oh my gosh, that is so rough. Oh, that's terrible. Well, I mean, oh, look at that! We got the workshop level 3! Oh, we could start doing the... See, I've been waiting for the level 3 workshop so I can start doing the upper district, too, because, you know, it's going to be forever before we get the tavern. I am trying, though, guys. I have everything set to, like, the highest it'll go, I think. Let me double check. Because I actually do want it. Yeah, I want it to be like on the highest because I want to get stuff going so we can actually get stuff built. But anyway, I'm going to ride over to Sambor. I'm not going to make you guys sit through that. I will bring you back when we get there. Alright, guys. We made it to Sambor. Let's come over here and we'll just leave the donkey here. I did hear some wolves, so hopefully they won't come into Sambor's place. Hello, Sambor. I told you not to bother me. Sambor, I need to know where to find Kestrel. I see, and you want to know it right away. Yes, because the matter is urgent and cannot wait. Yes! Splendid that it seems I have all the leverage, and I have an errand for you to run. Oh, come on, are you seriously going to exploit me like that? Precisely. You really are a bastard, Sambor. What needs to be done? We're going to go with that one. Should I cry now? No, you can try dropping dead instead. Whoa, Rasimir, whoa! And how would you find Kestrel then? Damn you, what do you want? I need you to obtain some items for me, which are beets, onions, cabbages, and carrots. Are you kidding me? You want me to get your groceries just as the story gets so interesting? I'm going to be frank with you, boy. I don't care. Get me my food and you'll have your precious information. That's just poor storytelling right there. Nothing you can do about it. Maybe it's supposed to be funny or clever or cynical or whatever. Isn't there any other way? Don't I have a choice? I guess the way in which you obtain the vegetables is all the choice you get. That's simply lazy. Stop barking and go fetch, doggy. I hate this. Oh my god. Whoa, he wants a lot of them. What the heck? Alright, how much money do we have? Oh, okay. I mean, we've got money. We could just go buy them. Oh, that really stinks. I gotta go all the way back to Gostovia? Come on now. What is this? Okay, well, let me see, actually. Yeah, Gostovia is going to be the closest, isn't it? Because I think they have somebody that sells crops and stuff, and Rolnica does, so... yeah. Looks like Gostovia is going to be the quickest. Okay, I guess I'll be back, guys. I'm going to go buy his veggies, and then I'll just bring you guys back when I get back to Sambor. Alright. Here you go. What do you want? Here's your stupid food. Let's see if it's all there. Don't test me, Sambor. Where is she? Hey, don't you talk. Where? Hornica. Oh, my Lanta. Okay, first of all, Rasimir. Rasimir is very, very pissed off. Oh, what just happened? Okay, I think we're okay. Alright, so, oh my Lanta, we have a ridiculous ride all the way down to Hornica. See, now, I knew Kestrel was there, but you can't actually interact with her until you, like, get to this quest, because I did find her while I was wandering around Hornica, but it is what it is. Oh my Lanta. Okay, so, I gotta ride all the way to Hornica. I will see you guys when I get there. Oh my Lanta. Okay, guys, we finally made it. Hornica. It is like nighttime, so it might actually be a good idea for us to just go sleep really quickly. You stay right there. Definitely an Assassin's Creed reference. I hope they don't get in trouble for using that dialogue. Let's go ahead and see. I do not have enough sticks, so let's pick some sticks really quick. I don't want to like do all this story stuff at night, you know, holding a torch so you guys can see what's going on. It's just going to be a lot easier if we do this all during the day. So I'm going to go ahead and get enough sticks to make a campfire. There we go. Okay, and then now I just need to be able to place it. Yeah, this area is restricted. Okay, let's place it over here. Perfect. Go ahead and light it. Go ahead and sleep. Alright, and now we're going to go talk to Kestrel. Okay. Wait, what is it? Why is it like... here? Wait a minute. Why is my... it's just telling me Hornica. Oh, because I have to find her. Got it. Alright, well I happen to know where she is, so we're just going to come over here and go in and talk to her. Excuse me, sir? Alright. This is Kestrel. You can see, guys, she's not having a great time right now. She's not doing so great. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Kestrel. I stand up next to a mountain, and I chop it down with the edge of my hand. Well, I pick up all the pieces and make an island, might even raise a little sand. Kestrel, is that you? I'm Rasimir, Jordan's nephew. Waits at the window, wearing the face that he keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? Kestrel, are you there? Do you hear me? Until the rainbow burns, the stars out in the sky, until the ocean covers every mountain high, until the day is night and night becomes the day, until the trees and seas just up and fly away. This is pointless. You're drunk as a lord. I know. I'll bring you a special potion that will help you clear your head. How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? The answer is blowing in the wind. Don't worry, Kestrel. I'll come back. Okay, we found her. Oh, my lanta. We need a potion of sobriety?
I don't think so.
Oh, who do I get that from? Who do I get that from? Let's see. I don't think anybody here is going to have it. Maybe the tavern? Let's try the the innkeeper's probably sleeping. Unless that's you. Are you the innkeeper? She is. Would you have a potion of sobriety for your patrons, maybe? No, she doesn't.
Have a good day.
Oh, that is really unfortunate, you guys. Okay, so I think we need an herbalist. And the only one I know of is all the way over here in Berenica. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, my lanta. I think I have to literally ride all the way over to Berenica to get a potion of sobriety to then give to Kestrel. Oh my god. Oh, that's gonna be such a long ride. Okay, well, I guess I'll be back, guys. Oh boy. Okay, guys, we have our potion. Let's go give it to Kestrel. Oh, my lanta. Okay, here we go. Let's come over here and go ahead and get down. I'm just gonna leave the donkey right here. You'll be alright. You'll be alright. Alright, Kestrel. I have something for you. Beneath the stains of time, the feelings disappear. You are someone else. I am still right here. I'm back. It's all going to be okay. Just drink this. What's going on? Who are you? Those eyes. Is that it? Am I dead? You're very much alive, Kestrel. My name is Rasimir. Jordan was my uncle. Of course, your eyes. Now I understand. I'm sorry. I've been quite distant lately. Please don't mind this mess. It was some badgers that got in through the window. It's very nice to see you. Me and your uncle were working together. Trade, mostly. I don't want to be rude, but I've already spoken with Uniegost. I've actually met Sambor and Walred as well. I know about your mission. Very good to hear that. I wasn't ever a good liar. That's what a friend of mine did it pretty well. Yes, your friend Jordan. I know all about that too. I see. You know a lot, kid. No more bullcrap for you then. We were all part of a pack, a family really. We never had a name or anything, but we did have some reputation in realms far away from here. The pack was all that we had until the day it fell apart, but you probably know about that as well. I don't actually. No one has told me yet what happened. Well, it seems that the boys would rather tell you about the happy days, but you seem like you're ready to handle the realness as well, aren't you? I am. It was 12 years after the pack was fully formed, over a decade of adventures, mischiefs, tightening of bonds. We still felt young, but the thought of retirement from our operation was getting more and more real. We even had a place picked out where we could grow old in peace. Yes, you guessed that right. The valley was always our endgame place to settle down, but none of us realized that the end was so near. We were staying for a job in town called Navis, spent weeks there. Everybody started to get a little nervous, a little frustrated, because Jordan was planning it all on his own. He was always secretive, and we kind of got used to it, but this time something was off. He kept telling us that he was meeting with some informant. I've seen him a couple of times through a window. Tall as an oak and thin as a straw. Skinny face and jug ears made him look like a rat. Beady little eyes didn't help him as well. Jordan said that he was keeping us out of the loop for the rat man's safety. So we waited, played dice, drank, and waited. When Jordan finally revealed his plan, it sounded like a joke. Weeks of planning for a job so simple, we could have done it with our eyes closed. So I'm guessing it wasn't so easy after all. Supposedly, there was a lot of stolen loot in the town hall's treasury, brought in by corrupted militia. Plan was simple. get in, steal it back, and return it to its rightful owners. Child's play. Jordan and Walrad were supposed to make a distraction when Uniegost and Sambor went inside the treasury. And I, as usual, was waiting with the horses ready to run. All went according to plan, no surprises. Sambor and Uniegost were loading the cargo onto the horses when I saw Walrad walking towards us alone. He said that Jordan split up with him and should be right back. I didn't like that. There was no reason for them to separate, so I decided to go and check on him. I could smell his posh perfume from a mile away, so it wasn't hard. I swiftly followed his scent right into a town scribe's chamber. That's when I saw it. What did you see, Kestrel? If it wasn't for the ears, I would never have recognized him. His face was bashed in so hard you could almost see the floor through it. Jordan was standing by the rat man's body, wiping blood off his hands. He did it with a bottle of mead, which then he took a sip of. I'll never forget how casually he looked in that moment, like it was the most normal thing to do. He hid some kind of book or journal behind his belt, and then he noticed me. Oh my. For a second there, I saw his true face, his pure reaction to seeing me. It wasn't fear or shame, it was just annoyance. He scowled at me for ruining his plan, for insubordination. This honest reaction even he couldn't control, and just like that, his face changed completely. He was shocked, afraid, out of breath suddenly. Maybe even a tear was glistening in his eye. He grabbed my hand and said that we needed to run, that we're not safe, and that he would explain. So we ran to our brothers in arms, got on the horses, and escaped. I told everybody what I'd seen. Jordan broke the most sacred of rules, his own rule. He was trying to explain himself, but all that we heard was more and more lies. The trust had been broken. We were talking and arguing the whole night. At dawn, Walrad was the first to leave. We always kind of treated him like our younger brother, who forced himself on a journey. But in that moment, he was the most mature of us all, and it was clear that the pack had come to an end. Sambor left right after, then I did the same. Uniegost stayed with Jordan. He couldn't live without him. He loved him the most, even more than me. When I was walking away, I saw the face of Jordan again. Our eyes met for a split second, and they were not sad, but full of content. So that's how it happened. I'm sorry, Rastamir. You probably expected something different. Yeah, it doesn't matter what I expected, only the truth. The truth's always been a bitch. Never pretty, never certain. Full of just doppelgangers and dirty lovers all over. But it still points to Jordan being a killer. Your uncle was an extraordinary man. Yeah, that's what everybody's been saying. Truly brilliant, ahead of his time, I would say. His mind was able to predict things that should be unpredictable. He read people like books. And with all that excellence came a price. The perfectionist in his brain couldn't cope with losing, with being wrong. Jordan had a really short fuse sometimes. He suffered from constant loneliness. Loneliness? He had you, all of you, the pack, family. Everybody loved him. And yet we were the only thing persistently keeping him down, caring about us, loving us. It was a burden to him. The emotional ties he made him dependent on us, weak, common. And being ordinary for him was worse than death. That's really sad, to be honest. Having us kept him grounded, but he couldn't restrict his ambition. It was like a flesh-eating disease, consuming him from within. Being anonymous started suffocating him. Seeing smiles on faces he'd helped wasn't enough. Hearing praises and thanks wasn't enough. He wanted to be acknowledged, to be worshipped, to be feared. Whoa. I can't believe you're talking about Jordan. I thought he was a hero. I wanted to be like him. Life's hard, kiddo. You can't judge a book by its cover. Same as you can't judge a man by the one thing he did, or by a part of his life. Nothing's just black and white. And Uniegost said the same thing. He probably knew Jordan better than anyone else, knew the worst of him, but he was a brother to him nevertheless. He couldn't have hurt him. Well, he did have an affair with Jordan's woman. So you know about that as well. Seems that Uniegost and you grew really close together. Yes, he did. I did. And I'm sure that Jordan knew all about it. How could he? That man could deduce the color of a lady's knickers just by hearing her laughter. I'm sure he knew about me and Uniegost. Why didn't he say anything? Wondering about that would torture me at nights. I had a couple of hypotheses. But the thing that speaks to me the most is the simplest of answers. He didn't care. He didn't love me that much to want me all to himself. Yet he wanted us to be happy, so he didn't interfere. Or intervene, excuse me. I'm sure it was funny to him watching us wallow in our lie, like watching children playing a grown man's game. Maybe he could have changed. Maybe if the baby wasn't... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to... If the baby wasn't born dead, don't be sorry, that's what happened. Maybe he was happy about it, or at least appeared to be. He didn't want to hear me when I was saying that it could be a girl. He wanted a boy, a mini Jordan to keep him company, but it wouldn't have worked. Not that time, at least. Why's that? The boy wasn't his. So you knew it was Uniegost's? Then a mother always knows such things. I knew it was Uniegost from the moment I felt his heart beating inside me. But you never told any of them. No, I felt like the lack of truth was a better solution in that situation, but you don't have to agree with me. You tried to keep them both happy, and I don't. It wasn't your decision to make. Uniegost deserved to know, same as Jordan. I mean, I feel like Uniegost would have been a great dad, you know? I don't expect you to understand, and I don't intend on revisiting that decision. My nightmares do that for me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be moralizing. Let's not talk about it any longer. There's a very important matter that I've been getting to. You may think that I'm crazy, but I have to say it. I don't believe that Jordan died of natural causes. What? What are you saying? I think he was murdered. What makes you say that? What do you know about his death? Not much, actually. Only that he died peacefully in his sleep. That's what Uniegost told me. And you just assumed it was due to an illness or old age, correct? No, yeah, I believe I did. And that's what doesn't add up to me. I knew Jordan. He was always in great shape. We met a few days before his death, actually. He wanted to reconnect. He was happy. It was obvious to me that he was planning something, and that wasn't to die in his bed. He didn't have any health problems, but enemies, those he surely had a surplus of. That actually sounds very convincing. I managed to find out the location of the medic who was examining Jordan's body and who decided to burn the corpse in the same day, which already seems bizarre. Have you talked with him? No, I wanted to, but my demons caught up with me. Have you told anyone from the pack about your presumptions? No, it may sound harsh, but they're suspects as well. Suspects? You were supposed to be a family! I don't really believe they did it. I certainly hope they didn't, but we can't rule out anything in this moment, so you cannot tell them about any of this. Not until we learn something valuable. Here, I've marked the location of the medic's camp on your map. I don't know the exact place. You'll have to find it. Speak with him and report to me. I mean, if you're up for it. Of course I am. I'll be back. Oh my Lanta, you guys! Whew. Okay then. Talk to Dieter. I think that's Dieter. Dieter. I'm gonna go with Dieter, but we actually only have a couple more minutes left of this episode though, so we don't really have time to go talk to Dieter. So we'll go ahead and do that in the next episode. But thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. I really hope everybody has a fantastic rest of the day. I hope to see everybody come back for the next episode, and until then, bye guys!